Candidate Brand.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Don Brand. I live at 640 California Street. And I'd like to thank the El Segundo Resident Association for putting together this forum and everyone who's helped on it. I think the number of candidates up here speaks well of the health of our city. So many good people stepping up for public service. I'm married to Sari for the last 41 years. And I have two daughters, Shannon and Becky. They're both teachers here in California, one here in the South Bay. My oldest daughter is the president of the school board in Hawthorne even. I'm trying to become the second elected politician in my family. I came to El Segundo in 1970 and was assigned to room 11 at Center Street School, where I taught from 1970 to 1979, fourth grade, and also worked as a reading specialist during that decade. In 1974, I purchased my home on California Street and moved in and had the luxury of just walking across the street to my classroom. And that was a nice commute. In 1980, I began my career as a school district superintendent, way out in the northeast part of Los Angeles County. I came to Weisburn School District after stints in Petaluma in Sonoma County and Placerville in El Dorado County, and I'm in my 28th year as superintendent of a public school district. I've balanced 28 straight districts for the public agencies that I've served, 28 straight budgets, and obviously I've got 3 decades of leadership and management experience with a public agency. Tonight and throughout this campaign, I'm not angry. I don't have an axe to grind. I'm just stepping up like I have my whole career to volunteer for public service. The council here over the last 15 years has appointed me to a variety of roles with the city, everything from the chair of the LAX commission that had televised hearings right here in this room for several years. I've served on the Cable Television Committee and most recently on the Capital Improvement Program Advisory Committee. I've also been on Chevron's advisory panel and worked for several years with Kiwanis. And this past 15 years, I've been involved in the Chamber of Commerce, most recently serving as Vice President and Treasurer. So I've got an extensive community service record. I'm not making any promises during the campaign because you have to work as a team to be able to accomplish anything when you sit on a council. And I hope you'll consider the qualifications that I have here and realize that a school leader and here on the council is a win-win situation for the city and for the school district. Thank you.
Thank you, Candidate Brand. And the last of our council candidates, Candidate Jacobson.
Thank you. I am Carl Jacobson, and I am an independent candidate with a strong history of proven leadership, creative solutions, and fiscal integrity. My wife, Nancy, and I have lived in El Segundo for 37 years. Nancy is a kindergarten teacher at Richmond Street School, and I'm an IT director at Glen Tech here in town. We have 2 children, Jennifer and Jill, who grew up and graduated from the El Segundo schools and are both now homeowners in El Segundo with their husbands and my grandchildren. I was first elected to the city council in 1984. During my 12-year tenure, I was honored to be chosen by my council peers 4 times as mayor. In 1996, family and job considerations dictated that I not seek re-election at that time. I was asked to run for city council again in 2004, and I'm glad I did. I believe I have contributed to our community and its citizens during that time. Tonight, some candidates will promise you what they will do. I would like to cover a few things that I have done and will continue to do. I'm very involved in multiple airport committees. While serving on these committees, I have helped the city receive 100% funding for the home sound installation program. I have supported noise mitigation negotiations and have gotten a new early turn camera installed. I have worked very closely with both the FAA and LAX and have created better relationships with both of them. This has allowed our city to get many small measures implemented. Many small measures that have added up to a considerable amount. I will use these relationships to ensure we continue to make forward progress. I have also been working with our city residents to compile a list of issues for the Edison Company. SCE has not been updating the infrastructure as is needed, and I am working with our city council and the citizens to give Edison facts and data to show the repercussions of their negligence so that they will be able to be forced to update the power system. Although schools are not part of city government, they are an important part of our community. I have worked for our school district in finding new and innovative ways to aid the schools. We started the city school library affiliation and the restated joint use facilities agreements while I was mayor. For a more detailed list, I invite you to visit my website, and addresses on the material in the back. While others may promise leadership, I have a proven leadership record. You have 3 votes to cast, and I'm asking 1 vote for Carl Jacobson. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate Jacobson. That takes care of our 7 council candidates. We have